Do you find it difficult to talk about your achievements? I just came out of a workshop where most women said that they find it very difficult to talk about their accomplishments because it feels like they're showing off or they're tom-tomming too much. And it's not the first time I've heard this. So if you feel this way too, I want to share with you 2 stories that you need to tell to overcome this limitation. It's a strategy that really works. Story number 1 is the story that you tell yourself. So every time you have accomplished something, only you know how tough it was for you. Only you know how difficult it was, what are the challenges you have surmounted to be able to do this task. Never mind how big or small or how difficult or how easy it was, you have accomplished something. So that first feeling of elation, of joy, let it wash over you. Instead of saying anyone else could also have done it or I could have done it better, the story you should tell yourself is, wow, Dipika, you did this. I did not think that you could do this, but you've done it. I am so proud of you. So the story you tell yourself has to be positive. The story you tell yourself has to be very, very encouraging. And that is the most important first story, or the first step to being able to talk about your achievements. You should feel happy about it. You should acknowledge that feeling of elation and that feeling of success because only you know how tough it was for you. The second is the story you tell other people. Talking about your accomplishments should be a story of overcoming a challenge. And people love to listen to stories of overcoming challenges. I did this. Go out and tell 10,000 people, you know what? This is what the problem was. This is what the challenge was. But I'm so happy with myself. This is what I did. That story is a story worth telling. And it's a story other people should know. So you should not think about it as, tom-tomming your achievements. It's a story. It's a story that other people deserve to know. It's a story of overcoming a challenge. People should know about it. When you flip it, when you look at it like this, when you look at it not like telling the world about an achievement, but telling the world about a story of accomplishment and a story of overcoming a challenge, it becomes easier to talk about your accomplishment. Let me tell you a story from my own life. I learned driving very young and I'm a very accomplished city driver. But I've never really driven on the highway. Now, a few years back, I had a client in Pune and I would take cabs up and down to be able to finish work there. But it was kind of inconvenient. So my husband once suggested, why don't you drive down to Pune? I was like, no, it's the highway. I can't drive on a highway. But he kept pestering and he kept trying to convince me, which is kind of sad and warped that you need a man to be able to tell you that you will be able to do something that you're good at in any case. So he said, but you drive. It's another road and you drive really well. So go. Finally, I took the car and I went. And I cannot begin to tell you how good I felt when I reached Pune. I had driven on an expressway all by myself. And when I landed in Pune, when I reached Pune, I could actually feel, background music. I felt like a heroine. I felt so accomplished. It is not like people don't drive on the expressway every day. Thousands of people drive on a highway and an expressway every day. But to me, this achievement was very important because I thought I couldn't do it, but I did it. So I told myself, wow, Dipika, I'm so happy you drove on a highway by yourself. Wow. And then I also went out and told 10,000 other people this story because it was my story and it was my accomplishment. And I don't care if people drive on the highway every day. I did it and it's important for you to know. So I told people the story of how, my husband had said you can, I had said I can't, and then I did it and I felt like a heroine and I felt so good. I listened to music and I felt so accomplished. And I told people that story 10,000 times. And honestly, that flipping, instead of talking about it like an accomplishment, but telling a story of something I thought I couldn't have done, but I did it, that changed it for me. I just felt so good about the fact that I accomplished something and I was telling people about it. So really, it's not about talking about an accomplishment, it's about the stories that you tell. Number one, the story that you tell yourself, a story of positivity and a story of encouragement. and the story that you tell other people. It's a story. Treat it like that. It's a great, inspiring story of you having been able to do something. Once you think like that, it will not be difficult for you to share your achievements or your accomplishments. Try this and let me know whether it works. This is Dipika saying, don't forget to follow me on my socials. I keep coming up with, I hope, inspiring and encouraging videos. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.